G'day guys and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're doing the first of many videos on the new Nova Golf Entertainment System. Today, we're going to be putting it through its paces in the official Joe Lagowski golf putting test. Now, a couple of things to know about this device before we get started. This thing is a production unit. However, it is run by a very small team. So the guys are working hard to try and get the data as good as they can. Just be aware that there might be some misreads. I guess if the order of priority for these guys is ease of use, and I can tell you ease of use is fantastic, then they're working on the data and everything else. Bear with them, they are brand new and they are only a couple of guys working on this thing. The other thing I'll say is alignment. So the Nova guys don't believe in having an alignment mode. They want this thing to be as simple and easy to set up for anyone. So anyone from myself to a kid to, a senior member of society could set this thing up and play golf without any issues. So I guess that's their priority. And so as such, there's not an alignment mode for this device. What they do say though, is because of the profile, it is just a long, essentially it's an alignment stick. What they're saying is just align it up to your hitting location. So where you're going to hit from, align it up parallel to that. Now, because my hitting location is on, I guess, the left side of my mat while I'm putting, I can have this thing set up pretty much on the edge of my mat. So all I've done is I've aligned this thing with the edge of my mat. And yeah, that's alignment. So there's no alignment mode as such. Now, world according to me, I would personally love an alignment mode. And that's because one thing I'll say with all of these devices is when I start seeing numbers that are not perfect, so if I start seeing putting numbers that are negative 1.1, negative 1.5, negative 2, that's when I start to question, is it me or is it the alignment of the device or is it a misread? So that's why I love an alignment mode, because then you know it's perfectly parallel to where you're hitting. But in terms of ease of use, I mean, it's easy to just throw it down and line it up with the edge of your mat. Okay, so the settings for today, we're going to go Stimp 13 because I am calibrated on Stimp 13. Putting assistance is turned off. So what you need to know about this test and all of my tests, my official tests for putting, is horizontal launch assist is turned off. So what that means is the left and right launch, the horizontal launch angle that you see in the top right-hand corner of your screen is a raw number. It's not been massaged by GS Pro's algorithm. What you see is the read from the unit. So I like to do it that way because then there's no massaging algorithm applied. We get to see the raw metrics that is captured by this device. Massive shout out to Scott POB16 for building this facility. Okay, and we're kicking off this test with 2-foot putts. Now, 2-foot putts is something that you're not going to do in a golf simulator, realistically. The reason I do them in this test is because anything inside 5 feet is going to be really hard for a lot of launch monitors to pick up. Photometric-based launch monitors are going to be better at these really short putts than radar-based units. If you've got a radar-based unit, good luck getting it to read a 2-foot putt. However, photometric-based units still struggle with these short putts. So I'm really testing the limits of the hardware of the launch monitors and the software to really push them and see how far or what are the limits of these units. So 2 feet, essentially just a little tap in. What you'll see with all launch monitors, but photometric based units, is on these little tap ins, you can start to see horizontal launch angles just really go crazy with the left and right launch. That one was pretty good and it read perfectly. So we had a ball speed there of 1.9. So yeah, really happy with that. Again, the raw number you're seeing there, the horizontal launch angle, that is the raw number. So GS Pro has an algorithm that they add on to putting anything inside, I believe it's about 16 feet. There is a ball speed cutoff, but roughly 16 feet on Stimp 13, you're going to get this algorithm that will massage that horizontal launch angle. So even though we're seeing, 1.2 left on these putts or 1.6 left, they would get massaged if you have that algorithm turned on. And that's just because, like I said, all launch monitors really struggle on those shorter putts. So we are seeing these come out a little bit left. And this is where, you know, on these short putts, I'm just going to say it's a limitation of the, you know, firmware on the device at this stage. So I'm not worried. But if I start seeing -2 on a longer putt, that's where I'm going to start to question, hey, is it the device or is it me and my stroke? But all of these seem to be registering, which is good. Horizontal launch angle is a bit crazy, but that's to be expected. And that one didn't pick it up for some reason. We'll go again. Yeah, really nice roll there. So that one came out 0.4 left, so that was really good. Okay, 5 feet. Now this is where hopefully we've got the device aligned. Hopefully my putting is, you know, good. And hopefully we'll see some horizontal launch angles start to get closer to 0.0. It's a nice putt. Okay, that one there, ball speed was definitely slow. I'm going to report that. So one thing I do like is with the Nova and with a lot of launch monitors, you do get this web portal. So you can report anything that's incorrect. So that one there, I just put incorrect ball speed and we reported that one through. But in terms of horizontal launch angle, it looked really good. It was just the ball speed there just didn't feel right. Like I hit that at least a 5 foot, almost a little bit harder, and it still didn't get to the hole. And that one as well. So now I'm going, is that me? Or is that... Potentially I just need to hit it harder then. Because both of those came out with roughly the same speed. I'll go again. I'll just try to put the same pace on it. Oh, and that one was even slower, 1.9. So that to me just feels... It just feels wrong. I might report that again. Okay, we've reported that one again. Now, hopefully, I do feel like, because I have tested this, and I know that it reads these putts fine. Okay, see, that was the exact same speed that I hit the rest of them, but that one came out at 3.9 miles per hour ball speed. So those other ones were reading low, and I don't know why. But I have reported them, so hopefully the guys can let me know. I'll shoot them a message after this. Yep, and now it's, I mean, that is super quick now. I'm just ramming them in. Okay. Horizontal launch angle looks pretty good, so happy with that. On to 10-foot putts now, but those other ones definitely were misreads. Okay, a little bit left. Yep, really nice putt. Now, as always with my channel, you are going to get my real experience with this launch monitor. I'm not going to try and hide anything. The guys don't want me to hide anything. They said, be completely open and honest about what you're doing. And I said, that's good because that's what I do. So yeah, you're getting a real user's perspective on this device in my environment. And I do say in my environment because depending on how your mat is set up, whether you've got an impact strip, whether you're, you know, perfectly flat and level, that will matter. So you will have differences in people's environments, and that will ultimately affect launch monitors subtly. But this is my personal experience using this device in my environment. Okay, lovely roll and lovely putt. Okay, that was 100% low for speed. So I am getting a few random ones that are coming out real slow, and I don't know why. But like I said, you're going to see everything that I experience. And then that one was a bit out to the right. Okay, 20 feet. Lovely, really nice putt. So what you got to remember with this device is this was created by a couple of guys in their essentially garage, I'm going to say. It's built by the community for the community. So they are going to be aware of this. I'm sure they're going to watch this video. They're going to dig into the data. They will be pushing out updates. So if you're watching this potentially even a week, 2 weeks after this is uploaded, there could potentially already be some changes, some implementation from the guys to actually address the issues that you're seeing. They're a small team, but they definitely get onto things quickly. Yeah, not bad, just a little bit left. Hold, again, just slightly left. And this is where I start to question, is it me or is it the alignment or is it potentially just slight misreads? And this is where I kind of go back to what I was saying about the alignment mode. If you can kind of eliminate, like if I knew without a shadow of a doubt that this thing was perfectly aligned, then I could go, okay, it's me. I'm pulling them. Let me work on my technique. Whereas now, kind of questioning, is it my technique? Is it the way I'm putting today? Or is it the alignment? I'm just kind of in my own head, I guess, just trying to figure out what's going on. That was a lovely putt. Not bad, slightly left. Okay, on to our 30 footers. Go. That's a perfect putt. Felt like a nice putt, slightly left. That's a nice putt. Hold your head. Oh, you're kidding. And again, slightly left, but good for speed. And I mean, 0.5 of a degree, that is well within tolerances. Go. I just haven't hit that, I don't think. Yes, I have. Lovely. Okay, 40 feet now. Oh, I've hit it too hard. I hit it way too hard. Sit. A little bit long. That one definitely is not long. I've hit that too short, I think. Go! I've overcompensated. Come on. Do it. Oh, burning the edge. It was a nice part. Go on. Go in. Hold. Oh, just the other side now. Those were two really good putts there. It's going to be just left, unfortunately. Okay, 50 feet now. Don't know if I've hit that. Go. Go! Oh, here we go. Hold. Oh, yes. Always nice to make a 50-footer. That was a nice putt. Have I done it again? No, 0.3. That's not going to get there either. Yeah, that was left. I definitely pulled that. I felt that. That one was me. So it's good to know, like I felt like I pulled it and I looked up and it was going left. So 100% that pull was me. You know when you have a bad stroke. That one was nice. Come on. Come on. Lovely. Okay, long putts. We are on to 100 feet. We're going to start testing the upper end of the ball speed now. That was nice. Look at that, 0.0 HLA. Go! I just had to hit it and that would have been in. Nice. Yeah, nice putt. Settle, settle, settle. I'll just hit it too hard. Sit. See, now we're starting to see horizontal launch angle on the longer putts start to get a little bit better. Oh, look at this. Go! I just had to hit it. That would have been in. Again, just did not hit it. Okay, 125 feet. Oh, maybe that's why I was short. Was the last putt 125 feet? I can't remember. That one should be perfect. A little bit right. Perfect for speed. Really nice putt. The lads are on to me. I just got a message from the guys. This is live testing. And I've just had Taylor message me saying, putting vid dropping soon, smiley face. He's on to me. They're on to me. They don't miss a thing, those guys. All right, 125 feet. Oh, did I hit that? No, I didn't. That's nowhere near the speed. I lost concentration. I'm blaming you, Taylor, on that one. That was your fault. Didn't hit it anywhere near the correct speed. Right. That was definitely me. I didn't hit that. Let me concentrate now. 125 feet. Come on. That should be there. Should be pretty good for speed, I reckon. Get up a touch. Not bad. Inside that yellow circle is good from 125 feet. Okay, finally, the long one. 200 feet. Let's see if we can get these close. That's not there. Go. Oh, I just didn't hit it. I knew as soon as I hit that, it wasn't anywhere near. Okay, we will not be short on this putt. I'm going to absolutely smash this one. Okay, we've had a no read. So that's kind of good, I guess. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm going to smash it because we're testing the upper limits of the putting ball speed. So I'm going to really hit this. And yeah, so for whatever reason, it doesn't like that. So 23 miles an hour ball speed we've had. Let me go again. So I've really hit that hard and it looks like we've found the upper limit. And I'm sure if Taylor or Chad are in the comment section, they'll probably be saying this is the upper speed, the upper ball speed, but we'll go one more. We'll try and hit it really hard. Oh, that one registered. So 31.4 for ball speed. So yeah, it looks like on those really long putts, it potentially is going to fail to capture. But it did read that one at 31.4, which is, look, St. Andrews isn't even on GS Pro anymore, unless you know where to look. So you're probably not going to have a putt that long. All right, guys, so that was the official Joe Lagowski golf putting test with the Nova Golf Entertainment System. What did we see? Look, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. We definitely saw a few putts that I hit that had the incorrect ball speed. Now, I need to talk to the guys. I don't know whether that's ball placement. I don't know whether there's a bug or something in the software that's causing that. There were definitely a few that they felt like they were the incorrect ball speed and they were all too slow. Horizontal launch angle, I'm going to say, look, with horizontal launch angle assist turned on, it's going to be absolutely fine. You're not even going to notice. And even with it off, I think if we had an alignment mode, I really feel like it would help a lot of people like myself, put us at ease so we know, I know this unit is 100% perfectly aligned to where I'm going. And so therefore, if there are any issues, it's either me, which is most likely, or potentially there might be the unit that misreads. So I think although an alignment mode isn't needed as such, I think you can get away without having one. I personally would prefer to have one. And I think for the vast majority of people that get this device though, would they care about an alignment mode? I don't think so. I think I do because the level of golf that I'm at and what I'm trying to do with my golf is you know, the very, very, very small percentage of the population, whereas most people, I think, are going to be absolutely fine putting this thing down on the ground, allying it up with their mat or with their eye and just going. Guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to say this is not going to be the final putting test I do with this device. I'm sure the guys are going to be pushing out some updates, and I will keep you guys updated as we go. When I do upload new putting tests, I'll probably delete these older ones off or just label them accordingly so people know that there is an updated version. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, let me know. Any comments or questions, leave them down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Cheers.